Hi, I'm TakiyahLouise, and I'm working on becoming more active again. Earlier this year in March and April, I walked every single day. In May and June, I switched to biking and I biked half a month each. In July, I didn't work out at all. And in August, I worked out twice. And now that it's September, I know that I need to get back on it and do some more. Basically, I was being Lazy, and I'm spelling it out because my therapist has basically forbidden me from saying the word against myself because it's negative self-talk. But let's be real, that's what I was doing, being Lazy, and now I'm ready to change that. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to take on 75 soft, the challenge, and I'm going to be following the rules that are exercising once 45 minutes, reading 10 pages, I might bump it up to 15, or listening to a book for 30 minutes. I will be following a whole foods diet. I will be, let's see, what else is there? Exercise 45 minutes, read 10 pages, follow a whole foods diet, clean for 15 minutes, and then I'm also adding in a nightly skincare routine. And basically, I was explaining my situation to someone that I think is pretty smart, and they told me to start where I stand. And when I asked them what that means, then they said, basically, wherever you are, in whatever moment, just start. And I kind of did that earlier this year in March, where I basically knew I needed to start exercising because I had been intermittent fasting for about 6 or 7 months, and I lost a little bit of weight that way. But then I realized that if I wanted to really get this weight off, I needed to start exercising. So in March, I basically took on the idea of don't think, just do. And that's what led me to have some success in my walking adventure. So I'm going to go back between start where you stand and don't think, just do, and hopefully that'll see me through, because sometimes starting is the hardest part, and I've done that today. Today is Saturday, September 13th, and it's my day one of 75 soft. I saw these at Trader Joe's. It's the Gimbap Korean tofu and vegetable seaweed rice roll, and this is what it looks like frozen. I'm going to go ahead and put them on a plate so I can microwave them, so I don't have to microwave them in plastic. So there's that one, there's that one, and there's that one. And the instructions say to heat on high for 2 minutes. Let stand 1 minute. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so now I'm going to separate them if I can. That one fell apart. That one fell apart. And then I'm going to eat this with my kimchi mix, which is this Seoul spicy kimchi. This is the best kimchi ever. Totally great spice and a little bit of tartness, my favorite. And then this gochujang, I just mix a little bit of that in there. So first I'm going to try it plain, and then I'm going to try it with my kimchi mixture. Okay, so first I'm going to try it plain. This is what it looks like up close. It's got like carrots and other stuff inside there. It's pretty good. It tastes a little bit sweet and a little bit savory, and it has a nice crunch from the different vegetables. Now I'm going to try it with some of my kimchi mixture. And that's what it looks like. Yeah, the kimchi mixture just kind of amped it up. This is really good. I'd buy it again. I think it was $4 or $5 per roll. Really good. Now it's time for me to get ready to go on my walk, so I'm going to go ahead and apply my sunscreen. I have a few to choose from. These two are the more expensive options that I have, so I just kind of use them when I wear makeup and stuff like that. And this one is the one that I use most often. It's the Black Girl Sunscreen. It's the most affordable option at just $16. And I stock up on these when they go on sale. So to start, I take about this much. And I kind of just paint it on my face. And my chest area. And into my neck. Just kind of coating it everywhere at first to make sure I get the coverage. And even onto the ears, because you don't want to forget the ears. That's a very painful spot to have a sunburn. And then I just go and rub it in until I can't see any more of the whiteness. And I like this sunscreen because it doesn't leave a white cast once it dries down. And it isn't super greasy. It leaves kind of like a glowy finish. And then I get a little bit more to put onto the back of my neck. Because that's another spot that is often forgotten when a sunscreen is applied, but also very painful to get a sunburn. Excuse me. And I've had a sun allergy for a really, really long time, so I've learned to adapt to it. I know what face products to use when I get a sunburn to ease the swelling and the stinging, so that I can get over it pretty quickly. But in the beginning, it was really bad. Like, my face would like swell up a lot, and then it would like ooze and then crack, and then the skin would just peel off. It was really bad. But in later years, more recently, it hasn't been as bad. It's just a mild version, which I'm thankful for. And then I get the tops of my hands. And upper forearms. And then I go ahead and rub it in. Rub that a little bit more. Then I go in with this Aquaphor SPF lip balm first. Because lips are another very painful spot to have a sunburn. So you want to avoid that at all costs. So I put a nice layer of that on. And then I go in with this lip gloss. It's a Milani lip gloss. I'm almost done with it, as you can see. And I'm excited by that because that means I get to get a new one. And go ahead and apply that. It was sunny earlier. Now it's looking a little bit gray outside. I hope it doesn't rain when I'm outside. Then take this down. Put on my jacket. So So my sun allergy is another reason that you always see me bundled up in long layers even when it's hot. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but it's more comfortable than being sunburned, let me tell you. So I always have to make sure to protect my skin from sun exposure whenever possible. And wearing these layers is one way to do it. Put on my hat. And that's it. I'm good to go. This is one of my favorite paths to walk. It's pretty secluded, which makes it kind of eerie, but it's also really peaceful. I'm listening to an audiobook called Get Your Shit Together, and so far it's just okay. A lot of it doesn't apply to me, but I'm still sticking it out, and I should be able to talk to you about that next week. But the book that I'm reading is called Power Moves, and it says, ignite your confidence and become a force. So far, I'm really liking it. The title and the cover photo drew me in, and then what it says on the inside here is, when you're unable to connect the dots between who you sense you could become and who you presently are, it doesn't just cause internal frustration, it renders you powerless. You don't defend yourself when misunderstood. You don't trust your perspective can add value. You downplay your ideas and convince yourself that maintaining status quo is better than introducing something new. You allow the things you believe you can make better to stay the same, and as a result, you're not the only one rendered powerless, but your environment is less potent too. The only thing worse than being powerless is falling for the illusion that power can be amassed by what you have instead of who you are willing to become. And so far, I'm liking this book. It's given me some things to think about, and I am liking the direction that it's going. It's got, at the end of each chapter, it has like a little section called, let's see, what is it called? Let me pull it up here. It's called Flip the Switch. And she has a segment that she calls Marinate, Activate, and Pray. So, for instance, this one says, draw a diagram of how many systems are in play and the ecosystem of you. And then for Activate, it says, identify a system that you desire to change and the role you play in the system. Communicate one small change you'd like to introduce. And for the Pray part, it says, God, help me to see how I can be a vessel of righteousness and transformation for my ecosystem. So it's got some different elements to the book. So I'm going to continue reading it and see what I can get out of it. And that's it for now. Remember to be a good human, and until the next video, take care.